Hey, if you enjoy the video and want to join me for some drafting live, then feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/convoluted combos. Link to my Twitch as well as timestamps for the video will be down in the description. Alright, we in. Halder Unites the Elves is our rare. Don't usually like taking a two-color. I mean, if you've got an elf deck, this is like a huge payoff. But elves just very rarely comes together. I think like Packmate's probably the best thing in this pack here. Shimmerdrift Elves very good. Obviously, it's a versatile first pick, whilst also being very good in snow. Lindworm would be nice to pick up later, but I think I'll take Packmate as a more open pick. I do kind of like the idea of forcing elves because I really haven't got it to work in Kaldheim yet, but I think there's a reason for that. So we'll go with Packmate. Second pick. I think Runeforge Champion can be alright. If you pick up your runes, then that's really nice. Gets you some good value there. Otherwise, Elder Hall is an okay land, but again, green-black's kind of meh unless you snow. These are all really good elf cards, actually. I think I'll take the open pick of Runeforge Champion and kind of suss out where we might end up. Yeah, someone could have a very good elf deck in this pod. So again, it's quite a split decision. Could go Elven Bow, which is pretty decent. It's not like one of the best of these living weapons or whatever, but it's good. It's probably the worst out of them, but it's still very good. But Bounding Gold is premium removal, so that would be really good if we did go white with Runeforge Champion. I'd rather take that over like a Rune of Speed. I feel like Runeforge Champion, you don't need to have your deck like completely full of runes. You need like one or two, and then that's okay. So I think Bounding Gold here is fine because it is very important removal. Rise of the Dreadmon still in this pack, but it's a very, I'd say it's a pretty meh card, especially for a rare. So it's not too surprising. Valkyrie Sword I do like. It is... The problem with Valkyrie Sword is that white usually is only really good in white-red aggro. And then Valkyrie Sword, you really want to pay that extra 5, so you're getting to 7 mana in white-red aggro, it just doesn't work. But we could end up, if we pick up a bit more removal, maybe we go white-black, even though no one really likes going white-black in this set. I think it's the best card in this pack overall, so I'm willing to take that. Now, like the Ox is a nice meme if you pick up the Plow. This land is... It's not awful if you're like 1 or 2 colours, just to fill out a nice land slot. Champion's decent. I do also like Vandal, but I feel like green's starting to get cut off, whereas we might start to see a bit more white. I suppose it's probably about equal. There's 2 okay green cards, there's like 2 okay white cards. But I'll take Champion because we've picked up more white so far. Okay, so white-blue land. Got another Ox. Stroke's okay. Let's make sure I'm not missing a rune or something, which I'm not. like, I could say, like, we're not going to miss out on a Giant Ox, speculate on something like a Mars Vandal, but I'm quite confident we're going to end up in white in this seat, so Giant Ox is really good if you could, even like Raider's Carve is really nice with Giant Ox, which we saw earlier, and might wheel, so I'm happy to speculate on Giant Ox, and this will be a bit of a different white deck. Okay, it's super weird to see a Sculptor of Winter this late. Maybe we could end up white-green, not necessarily due to it being like a good archetype or anything, but it's just good stuff. If we can pick up Snowlands, this is really good. Anything else here? Like, I could go Infernal Pet and look at maybe white-black. Raider's okay, but really nothing special, so I'll speculate on a Sculptor in this one. Okay, no green cards left here. Force is a nice card. It's red blue. Yeah, let's do it. Course is a nice card, can reduce like Bounding Gold, Valkyrie Sword. Really good with this kind of stuff because it doesn't look like it's going to be such a great thing, turns it into a 1-cost, but then you're only paying 6 for your Angel. So I think I like Corsa here. Mostly trying to focus down on staying in white, and that way our second colour is completely kind of open to whatever we see. Here, I'm very surprised to see a Woodland Chasm so late, but I think we're probably not going to end up black-green. A lot of those Elves cards have gone now anyway, so I think a black-green drafter should be in this pod regardless. And Cavalry is a really good card if we end up red-white, so I'm pretty happy with that. Land's still there, but we've not got any black cards. Spectral Steel isn't amazing. Like, we've not really got any auras or equipments that are going to end up in the grave. But otherwise, it might be like Warhorn Blast, which would be okay if we were like go wide, but I'm not seeing that yet. That might have been a wrong pick. Troll, unless you got a lot of Snowlands. Some of the snow cards like only need a few Snowlands, but Troll needs a lot to be good. Might just take an Effigy. Kinseekers is here quite late. But white-blue even wouldn't really see Kinseekers as a great card anyway. It's not particularly tribal in any way. I'll take a Snow Plains just in case we need it for something, but I'm not sure where we are. Very late Mars Vandal. Three Seasons, again, this is one that really needs a lot of snow, so I'm not surprised to see it so late. Okay, Narfi's Betrayal is not for us, but Clarion Spirit is fantastic. Do need some more low drops to support it. Otherwise, Goldborn Champion's not exciting. Braggart's okay, but kind of filler. Spirit can really win games. Carve would be nice if we have more Oxes as well, but I think Spirit's a bit more reliable. So Titan would be pretty good if we end up red-white. So I'm tempted by that. Could just take another Corsair. We've got like no top end at the moment. So that could be good. Like, I'm not really motivated to be in green at the moment. Sculptor's really not going to do much for us, and Mars Vandal's pretty meh. Only real good green card we've got is Packmate, so... And red-white tends to be better than white-green, so... I think I'll go with Doomscar Titan as a good top end card. Now that would be nice if we were white-green. Decent land. You don't get to use it that much a lot of the time. Do need to look at getting some runes as well. Is it just Oracle here? Oracle's nice with Clarion Spirit. Helps a double spell because you get a turn where it's a 1-drop. Otherwise, Dwarven Reinforcements is... I mean, that's the same kind of thing as well, actually. Maybe Dwarven Reinforcements is the pick here. Story Seeker's pretty good, or do we need to do... I don't want to pick up an off-color rune. Like, we're not definitely red, but Doomscar Titan is something that does make me want to be in it. Raven's Wings. I'm gonna drag the green out. Like, I don't think we're going to run Ox, so more 2-drops would probably be good. If we can get some equipment a bit later, then it's going to be really nice to have the life linker so early on. Is this a longboat deck? Could be a longboat deck. The problem with the longboat is a lot of the time it's not actually better than the creature you've got out, so it's a very specific deck that wants it. Some good blue here. Maybe I take Raven's Warning on the off chance that we pivot into white-blue. I don't think we're going to miss, like, a longboat. Arnie Slays a Troll, definitely not. Warhorn Blast might work out alright if we can go wide enough. So that'd be good with, like, Dwarven Reinforcements and Clarion Spirit. Maybe we just need the bulk of something like a Craven Hulk. Considering what we've got so far, I think it might be Craven Hulk. Maybe we should have been Blue-Red Giants. You were right all along. There. Right all along, Pete. I might just take this. I mean, this land is also really good. Obviously, I can't go blue-red anymore, but I still might end up blue-white. Is this res just trash? Maybe Warhorn Blast in case we can go wide enough. Otherwise it would probably just be Scorn Effigy, which is a very meh card anyway, whereas Warhorn Blast can win games. Carve's good if we want to be on the Ox plan. Another Champion's pretty decent as well. It's just sinking the mana into this every time is rough. And it gets to a point where you need to tap down more than one stuff. But I'll take a second one. So Raven form I don't really like unless you've got flyers to blank their 1/1. I think I'll just take a Bind the Monster in case we go blue. Land just in case. But yeah, these picks probably won't matter. Hacky Mob might make it in. Assault Ravager is a very good card. Even if it's just pinging for 1, that's nice. If it's doing more than that, that's fantastic. So I think none of these white cards are amazing. So I think I'll just take the Assault Ravager here. I'm gonna run out of playables if I try to pivot into white-black. There's another Bounding Gold, that's a solid card, so I think just stick with that. Still haven't picked up a rune. This is incredibly snow-dependent card. Raven's Wings for an equipment. How much equipment synergy do we have? Like 1? We want to be having a rune, but it's not looking like it. Master Skald could be okay, maybe, but again, our stuff doesn't really go to the graveyard. This is good with, like, Sagas. And I don't think we're white-blue for Wings. Raven's Warning. I think a Kaldheim Courser is pretty good in this deck. Cole. Okay. Now, Cole, Armory, another Courser all in the same pack is annoying. So with Cole, we might end up running like Spectral Steel. We've got the Valkyrie Sword. We do need a bit more equipment, I think. But I'm happy to run a Cole. Very good card. So I think we're cementing ourselves more into white-red here. I'm going to take this into the side just so I've got a better idea of how many playables I got. So we're running 17, more likely we want to be running 16, but let's say 17 lands, we need 23 playables, so we need 2 more playables. Preferably 3. Are any of these that I don't want to run? Don't really want to run Scorn Effigy. Runeforged Champion's just crap if we've got no runes whatsoever. Spectral Steel, meh. Giant Ox really isn't useful in this deck. That's such a good card. I've got no fixing though, I don't... Is it worth it? With no fixing to just take an Immerstern Predator? Maybe it is. I feel like we've got no... This deck's just not very powerful. Otherwise I could just take like a Dwarven... Maybe I should just take Dwarven Reinforcements. Stick with a go-wide theme with Warhorn Blast. Second Valkyrie Sword is good. Again, I think Dwarven Reinforcements is better with the synergies in our deck, so I'm going to take that over Craven Hulk. Pup's okay. Or I could just take another Oracle. Not really got any boast synergies. I think I'll just take the Oracle. Might just take the rare here, I don't think I'm running any of this. Not that I'll run it. Unless, are we all dwarves? Is that... Nah. Yeah, I think we're at the end of the playable cards now. So we've got a bit of a pile. I'm not sure how far this can go. This kind of deck really needs some of the equipment to push it through. We've got 2 very solid late game equipments, which might not be too bad with 3 courses, to be fair. But usually when you want your low cost equipment to push you through. But yeah, I kind of feel like I was being pulled in a few different directions this draft, so it's kind of hard to work out where we were going to end up. So we're at 45. Pyro Heroes can almost certainly go. The rare goes, because we never actually picked up a rune. So it's just a 2-3. Yeah, we got 5 to all, that's not worth it. Doomscar Titan's really good top end, works well with going wide with Dwarven Reinforcements and Clarion Spirit. Giant Ox can go. This is going to try and be like a go wide aggressive deck. Scorn FG is very much filler. Good for like second spell for something like Doomscar Oracle, which not really looking to trigger Doomscar Oracle as much as Clarion Spirit, which we've only got one of, so. Spectral Steel. If they somehow like sack the stuff of Bounding Gold, it can get that back, and it can also get the swords back. Again, I'm not sure it's going to go to the grave, but maybe it's worth playing that just for... Obviously it does stuff regardless, it does give +2/+2, but also the synergy with Cole as well might be worth it. So if I took both Scorn effigies out, is that enough creatures? 14 creatures, but this is... I'm going to count each of these as a creature, so 17 creatures. Seems okay. Obviously these are living weapons, but they're like late game living weapons, so I won't count them as creatures. But I think this is enough creatures. We're not crazy reliant on having them. We've got some stuff that needs stuff around, but 17 is probably about right. Land-wise, seem more white reliant than red. It's probably about right, 9 and 8. Could go to 16 lands. Most of these decks usually do. But 2 Valkyrie swords kind of makes me think I don't want to. So I think I'll stick like this. And we'll give it a go. Okay, 3 red. We can play reinforcements, draw a land, draw a white. We can at least like get one up. We can play this on turn 3, so it's not that bad. I'll keep. Basically, if there's enough land and 1 castable spell, we keep. Okay, we'll foretell this. And spend some of our mana on the foretell the Warhorn Blast at least. Discard. Probably just a Spectral Steel. Yeah. Okay, there's our white land, that's good. So this turn is probably just reinforcements. I don't think anything else is good here. Next turn, could foretell the Warhorn Blast. That's about it at the moment. Okay, cool. We've got 5 mana now. Stuff to work with. So they've got Rune of Might, so this is going to be a 2/2 trample. This can exile to return or an equipment from our graveyard, which we don't have at the moment, so that's useless. This still needs 7 mana, so we'd need 2 more lands, but the payoff is massive, so it's probably worth it. So I'll just foretell this. I don't think I want to play this out. Suppose... Oh no, wait, it'll be a 3/3. I'm going to attack. If they want to trade, it means that they can't equip and completely blank me, so... And otherwise we're getting in the damage, so as not that bad. Okay, so they're not equipping this turn. Faithful. Another land, so we need one more and we can play the Valkyrie Sword. So I can blast, but that's probably not going to happen. They're going to equip this Faithful. I could hold up the blast for their turn, which is pretty awkward. I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to attack with both and then I'll play Hacky Mob. We're going to have a hard time dealing with this lifelinker once it's loaded up, but we've got 2 Bounding Gold, so we might be able to deal with it a bit later on. Should have attacked first. Maybe I should have held them back, because this is +2/+2, so I could have double blocked. So I'll go to 17. If they didn't block at all next turn... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 16. Yeah, we'd be a point short. I still don't think I want to... I want to block here, though. I can race back a lot of damage. Let's see if they just re-equip here. They do. Okay, well, since they re-equipped, that's actually not too bad, because now I can boast and just, yeah, kill the Faithful. This hasn't got any greens, so they can't have a trick here. Do have a Bounding Gold as well. So I'll play out my land because I kind of want to make sure that I hit something. So boast is 2, I've got access to 6 mana, so I can pay 4 mana for something. Can Bounding Gold the equipment? I don't think that's amazing. I think I'm just going to swing everything. Yeah, I might just swing everything and blast and boast, because otherwise I'm doing like nothing with my mana. Okay, so blast. Hit for a lot. Kill the 3/1. Then whatever they play out, we just Bounding Gold and then we win. So if they play a Lindworm, they can gain 4. So then we wouldn't win. Way down. And an Outrider. Yeah, so we just win. Bounding Gold, swing, boast. This can go face, right? Yeah. Huge. Alright, that was decent. Don't think our deck was particularly strong there or anything. Really, it really wasn't actually. But it just lined up very well. Being able to kill their 3/1. They made a big mistake in moving the equipment off of it because the Haggy Mob was on board, so they knew I could kill it, and that was when you're against White Red, you need to constantly be thinking that I just need to survive until late game, and then I'll take over. Steel, Cavalry, yeah, these are all playable. This is fine. So I can go... Yeah, I'll just go Cavalry. That's no decisions there. Next turn we can go Goldmore Champion. So they can boost this turn, they can get a 1-1. Don't really care about that. I don't want to trade off a cavalry for that. Seeing as we can blank it with a Goldmore champion anyway. Story Seeker is nice. Going to be nice with the Spectral Steel, but we can double spell next turn with that. This turn I think we just Goldmore champion, and I'll swing with the 2-2, so I might as well do that now. Not that it matters, but it's good practice. Goldmore champion to blank the 2-1. I hope they don't have removal. So I could have like Demon Bolt, Bounding Gold to take this out. And just swing. White-red could be Run Amok. It's almost certainly Run Amok. But I don't think I care enough about this creature to care about that. I'll trade it for a Run Amok, I think. Rather than that being used on like my Story Seeker Spectral Steel. Course is nice as well. So I think I'll just power out the Story Seeker and get it to swing in, and then it's like, race me if you want. Because the boost on this means it is 2 mana, and they're going to be at most at 4, so it's really limiting what they can do at the moment. So I'm not really scared if they want to keep making 1/1s. Champion swings with the 1/1. Okay. So that means they've got enough back to kill the Seeker. Would I trade Seeker for those two? I don't think I can. Problem is Armory. Armory's going to be online soon, which almost certainly will fetch out a Bounding Gold and an equipment. So Story Seeker is going to be offline soon anyway. Although the Course is really going to be an issue for them, so I think I just play Courser, give it haste, swing in the air. If they want to invest mana in the champion to tap down the Seeker, that's fine. That means their blocks are way worse, so I think this is fine. Or do I just... I really don't know. If they had less cards in hand, I'd be inclined to just swing, say whatever. Now I've dealt with your board and I have more, but not sure yet. So that could be Demon Bolt, that could be Iron Verdict. Could be a black card as well. Raider. Okay, so now the most likely card is Iron Verdict. But that's fine, because I'm just going to swing with the Courser anyway. Could be a Skull Raid as well, but I kind of feel like I need to play out my lands so that if I draw the 7 mana Living Weapon, I've got the mana to cast it. Okay, the stops there kind of seem like they couldn't cast it. Now the Auto Tapper can screw you over as well, because it seems to prioritize these Axeguard stuff like Axeguard Armory really heavily to stay open, even when it doesn't make any sense to. Shepherd, okay. So they're getting back a pup. Main problem with the Shepherd is just that it's blanking my Courser. And a Coal, but no equipment or enchantments. Second Courser means I can double block the Shepherd. At this point I can't see myself swinging with this Story Seeker right now. They do actually need another red mana for Armory, and they've only got 1 card in hand, so that's less scary. Now I will hold the land, because we can just, if we draw the equipment, then we can just play the land and play it, and this way it stops them from drawing a card off of the Skull Raid. Maybe it's Goldmore Champion, tap down something? Tap down the Story Seeker. Okay. Which would then mean I'd lose a flyer, so that makes sense. So weirdly, Boast kind of goes on a weird level where it starts off really good, is crap, and then it's really good again because you've got no cards in hand. So now the Usher of the Fallen does present something that I kind of want to kill. And especially I don't want to be taking damage too freely here. So I think I'm going to trade with the Usher. Leave the 2 flyers because it blanks the Shepherd. So on the swing back, if we swing back with the Story Seeker, they have to trade 4 things, or if they trade the Shepherd, I'm ecstatic. So it's either 4 things or the Shepherd if they don't play anything else, but they do have a stop here. Could just be a land that they're holding. No, it's another pub. So it is 4 things, but it's just 2 Fearless Pups and 2 dudes on the ground. Spectral Steel's not getting anything back at the moment. Kill all those pups, I go to 18. If they attack and tap me down, I've got 2 blockers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I do need to attack just to gain the life back at the moment. They're actually presenting a lot with like Fearless Pup activations plus champion. So I am going to attack and just trade off against a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's actually Cole that they're getting rid of. That makes sense. At the moment, Cole's doing nothing. And again, Spectral Steel can't do anything. I can hold both lands against Skull Raid. Yeah, because I shouldn't need to activate Spectral Steel until I really see the opportunity that I need to. So, fine to have some insurance against Skull Raid. I do feel like we play around Skull Raid a lot, but you don't actually see it that much. I suppose it's mostly that it's just very easy to play around. Now, they haven't boasted here. They've got 1 boast activation with a pop. We're still pretty high life. Kind of thinking I do need to double block the champion right now, because I'm not really seeing a better opportunity than this. Might get punished with a trick here. I'm not sure we're coming back into this one anyway. If they do, especially if they have a trick. If they don't have a trick, I could see getting some creatures or like the living equipment, and then we could probably come back into this. Looks like they meant to tap and just tap late, so that's a shame for them. Land flooded. Maybe we do go to 16 in this deck. Obviously, one game's not necessarily showing you the whole picture. Sometimes you just get flooded with no matter how many lands you have, as long as it's higher than 3. So we'll just block here, take 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, this is looking awful, but what are you gonna do? Don't think we've got a draw that kind of saves us. Yeah, okay. That's definitely over then. Bloody music's gone wubby again. Oh, that was Break Down the Gate. I really like the start of that song, and then it just transitions into dubstep, and it's like, why? Thought I liked you. If I went down any land... hard to say. Maybe I just do it even. Like, this isn't actually an early game card, this is like a 7-drop. It's like a 5, this is like a 3. So that's more like what the actual curve looks like, so it's not so heavily white favoured in the early game. Is it 3 though? Although Dwarven Reinforcements we've got quite a few of. I'll try even. And then what are we bringing in? It would probably just be a Scorn effigy. Or, like, I've never seen anyone run Shackles, I don't think I want to either. Yeah, we'll try a Scorn effigy. I don't know if it's going to have that much, make that much of a difference, but we'll see. Okay, Story Seeker, Spectral Steel seems pretty good. Worst comes to worst, we can run out the sword before we get to 7 anyway, and just load up the Story Seeker. I'd prefer not to, because we've not got any protection for it, and don't really want to have only one creature. This is fine. So next turn... We'll see what they play. I might just play out Oracle at this point. Because otherwise we're really not using our mana effectively. Do represent a lot of beatdown though. White, red, green. Don't see a lot of Naya. Yeah, I think I'll just play out Oracle. It still represents its own beatdown if they're not going to play any creatures. And then Seeker can get a bit bigger once they've got some blockers out, or just if we've got nothing else to do. Corsair. Okay, Mountain's nice. So, got 5, so we only need 2 more lands, and then we can go. We can go for the Angel. So I think I do want to wait on that, especially since they've got flyers. So I think it's just Spectral Steel, foretell the reinforcements, and then we can get in here. Would I trade Oracle for Corsair? Yes. I'm not really concerned about the life gain from Oracle. I'd much rather get a flyer off their board, since we've got flyers of our own as well. Got 3 Corsairs and 2 Angels if we can get to 7 mana. Looks like they'll be able to load up their Corsair as well. Since they're running Armory, it means that they should have some ways to buff this. Okay, they do kill that. That's very annoying. But it did a solid job, to be fair. Okay, so with Corsair it's actually going to be 1 more land. And we can get the Angel, so that's really nice. So I'll do this, play out the reinforcements, we'll get our 2 life, swing for 3. Everything seems okay. They've obviously got a lot more card advantage than us, but can't have everything. Berserker, I definitely trade with that if they give it to me. Nope. Bound and gold. It's not a land, but I can... Can I win? Bound, play sword, equip sword. Do I have that much mana? That would be 4. And this is 2, is that right? 1 and equip for 3, yeah. Okay, so I think I'll just bound the Courser. Makes it really awkward for them because they really want that to die. And then we can just swing everything, and that looks pretty good. So they have to block here? Yeah, they do. So this is pretty awkward for them. So they've got no flying blockers for the Corsair. You're going to block the Oracle. And then are we taking 6? How much do we value the Koll? So they're really on the back foot, so it's going to make it really awkward for them to try and take a turn off with this armory. I was just thinking maybe it would be worth playing out the Valkyrie Sword there, but it is only 1 mana, so even if it comes back to us, then there's a good chance we can just do that anyway if we really need to play it out just for the equipment. Halvar, so Koll but better. Oh. Attached to... So they can actually move the bounding gold. That's crazy. Wait. But I'm not dead. You're dead. What? Like, great, I won, but that was so weird. You could have not swung and stayed in it. That was super weird. Like, double strike's strong, but it's not that strong. That you just don't even make any calculations whatsoever. Okay, so I've got 3 mountains. 1 more land lets me play Craven Hulk. I can play the reinforcements. Let's do it. Always had it. So turn 2, we'll foretell reinforcements. Turn 3, probably just Corsair. We're looking pretty good for trying to get the Angel this game. They play out an Oracle. Do we have a second spell? Raven Wings. Okay. So it doesn't buff toughness, so I can trade off Corsair for it, but I really don't want to before I get my Angel out here. Turn 4, probably just Craven Hulk. Could just play the... No, I can't block that. Could just play the reinforcements, foretell another one, then turn 5's looking like... So this is turn 6. Actually, I mean, if I'm gonna foretell stuff, I might as well just play a reinforcements from hand. So they might just put the Raven... They probably do put the Raven Wings on the Craven Hulk. I like the way... Because this can't block alone, so I like the way the reinforcements are lining up for blocks here, so I think I'm going to go for that. We do need another planes for the for that Angel. We've only got the 1 planes at the moment. I'm not going to block with Corsair because it's kind of part of the plan to get that out. But yeah, I mean, if they don't wings, then... Yeah, if they don't wings, I probably trade just 1 for Oracle, because we've got so many. So it's not imperative that whilst we've got the power out, we block the Hulk. And that way it's a 1-for-1 rather than a 2-for-1. Second Craven Hulk, so probably not. I can't equip this, no. Spectral Steel, okay. So I can do a 4 mana play plus Spectral Steel on the Corsair. Is it just another Craven Hulk? Or is it Reinforcements? I feel like Reinforcements is purely better than the Craven Hulk, because if I can start clearing the board and end up with just Craven Hulk down, I think that's better than ending up with the Reinforcements down. So I'll go Spectral Steel on the Corsair. Smash for 4. That'll land, and we'll get another Reinforcements down. Now if we draw a Warhorn Blast, we've only got one, but if we draw a Warhorn Blast, then all these Reinforcements could be deadly. Raven Wings on the Oracle. Since we don't have the Reinforcements, I'm not gonna like keep all my creatures for that. They did swing, but no, it looks like they just want to get in that way. They leave up a lot of mana. Okay. Still no planes, so we don't get an Angel. But we can go Story Seeker and another Reinforcements, which seems fine. I'm going to keep getting in because I really... This Corsair is worth a lot more than their Oracle at the moment, because that Oracle's being buffed by equipment, which can be moved around anyway. Whereas mine's buffed by an aura that can't. So yeah, I want... Give me Warhorn Blast or a Plains, both would be good. Haggy Mob? Not Haggy Mob, sorry. Basalt Ravager, how much would that do? 3... Basalt Ravager would do 7 damage. So I could probably do that and just swing and lethal them. They had like 2 blockers, say. Block the 2 biggest thing, they're all 2 power. Get through for 10. I mean, to be fair, if they only keep 2 blockers... again, 10, 14, so... that's interesting. So we might just be able to swarm them even if we don't have like a Blast or a Ravager. Especially if we get something like Bounding Gold. Like that. Like that Bounding Gold right there. There's our own Bounding Gold. So awkward. So now if I swung everything... Block, block, block. They take 8, go to 4. I lose 2 creatures for free. That doesn't seem worth it. I could just go Valkyrie Sword, not get the Angel. We're so close, I feel like it's worth it to wait. But I could just do that, put it on the Seeker, swing with Seeker, or even just like put it on a 2-1 and swing with that and apply some pressure. Maybe that's worth it. And then if they want to trade it off, I'm just going to keep going around and around. That probably is worth it. This feels super bad, but I think I have to do this because they're actually starting to exert quite a lot of pressure here. So since I want to keep the lifelinker, I want to present the 4-2, one of these tokens. And we're not worried about lethal because we've got so many blockers on the way back. And if it gets to the point, if they kept like 2 Craven Hulks, then we can look at bounding goal one of them and then the other one can't block. That looks great for us. And this time we have bounding gold in hand, so we know that we're going to use it. Cool, they go to 8. So now if we swarm, block, block, take 8, 9, 10, no, -2, so 8. So currently, in the current board state, we could swarm and win. I feel like they have to have something here, surely. Or telecard. Play a land, so that could be the 5 damage. There's the planes. I mean, again, because they attack, so I can Balding Gold the Oracle. Yeah, I think this is fine. Just Bounding Gold the Oracle. Now the Craven Hulk can't block. They kill one of my things. I'm not going to move the equipment to the Story Seeker because that incentivizes them to kill the Story Seeker more. So I'm just going to play like this. Leave it as is. All swing, they've got no blocks. Protector. Just gives them 1 block, right? Oh no, 2 blocks now. But they still die? Sweet. Okay. Go wide, no Warhorn Blast, still works. Awesome. So it was, even though it felt super bad, it was right to get that Angel equipment out because the pressure we could apply with it was way better. But it does feel really bad, especially when you draw the land like next turn or the turn after or whatever, and then could have had an Angel, but winning is more important apparently. Alright, we back. Let's do some more. So we're already 3 wins. I think my my last stream, which was the last time I drafted anyway, both my decks went about 3-4 wins, so I really didn't see this deck going particularly far, since most of the power cards we took didn't end up panning out anyway, or we didn't end up with many power cards just regardless. But so far, just swarming seems fine. Okay, 2 lands. Courser will be really good. Story Seeker, yeah, I'm not mulliganing this. 1 more land means I can play out the sword and equip it if I need to. Especially good if that lands a mountain for Cole. Like that. So I think I'll run out Story Seeker first. Is this another? Yeah, so Cole is another. If Cole said when he's equipped as well, then he comes back to hand, I could see an argument for running him out so that we can get Valkyrie's Sword, get it on the Cole and protect himself, but otherwise it's just good to get the lifelink down at this point. So we're black-green, no snowlands yet, Death Knell Berserker. It's just looks like traditional elves. Given that, do I just want to run out? I should run out the Courser. Then next turn we can just play like Cole and Sword anyway, so that's fine. Not going to bother trading off either, so we'll just Courser and pass. Now Berserker does get the 3 power, that could be a problem. Just it's so much value. But usually this is better in black-red. Tends to be able to buff it quite nicely. With equipment. Black-green. Okay, they have it in that. Fair dues, so they can block our Corsair now. I wouldn't think they'd just swing, because then I can just attack back for 4 plus 2 of its lifelink anyway, so I'd win that race if they wanted to just swing. Yeah, they see that. So now... So Valkyrie Sword still... We'd need 2 more mana to make the Angel. I think maybe it's just Coal, Foretell, Dwarven Reinforcements pass. Because we can't Coal, Sword, and Equip. Whereas if we Foretell the Reinforcements and then next turn we can just Valkyrie Sword and Equip anyway. And then obviously Coal is really good with that. So I think that's the play here. And no attacks. And then yeah, like if they want to trade off after that, it means both it's a trade and we get the creature back to hand anyway because we've got Kaldheim. So that looks pretty good for us. No swing, so they just pass it back. So, still 1 land off of getting the Angel. They foretold a card. Could be a Mammoth Grove. But then because of Coal, that's actually not that punishing. I do kind of want to start forcing through damage, because they're stuck on lands as well. So if I let this go too long, then we're not looking in hot shape. So I think it's good to not get the Angel and just play this out and start forcing through lifelink damage. I was about to say that could be the fight spell that they foretold, but they would have fought earlier if they had that. So we get Story Seeker back to hand. So we can play that out and just re-equip the sword to like Corsair next turn. And currently they don't have reach anymore for the Corsair, which is nice. Another Berserker and a swing, definitely not going to block that. Creatures are much too valuable. So now I only really need to equip the Coal, so that'd be 3 mana. I've got access to 6. So I can go that and just play Story Seeker, or I could do that and play Reinforcements. I think I prefer Story Seeker for the lifelink. Maybe Reinforcements is better for forcing through damage, and like I'm okay trading with stuff that way as well. I think that is better. Hopefully that's not a buff spell. I feel like they would have played it earlier if it was, but I could be wrong. Maybe this was too greedy. Because Coal is providing a lot of value here. And I can get blown out by quite a few things. Didn't get punished, but I'm still not sure it was the right play to do that. And then, yeah, I'm kind of... If I was more worried about my life total, I might play the Story Seeker. But at this point, I think I like the Dwarven Reinforcements instead. So if we equip the Reinforcements, that also means that they get +1/+1. Which, could make a difference. So they have hit 4 mana now. Feed the serpent on the coal, fair enough. If they swing Berserker here, I'll definitely take the trade. Oh yeah. Do I kill the zombie as well? I think I'm just going to trade with the Berserker. At this point, like, getting back... Maybe I don't here. You don't swing Berserker unless you've got no way to buff it anyway. And I'm getting close to a lot of damage here, so I actually think I take it in order to do as much damage as possible this turn. So I'll just equip... just equip a token, I suppose. Black, green, -3. Just thinking if we can get... if we're going to get like swept or anything like that, can I save the Corsair by equipping it here? But I don't think I can. The only thing I can think of where toughness matters is way down, which is -3, -3, so that doesn't matter anyway. So I'll just swing here. They go to 6. Play out the Craven Hulk because it's more damage. Me smash. So I can't play with Limb 1 this turn. Really confused what that Foretold card is. The Haster? The Haste Flyer, maybe? Yeah, you can't swing now. Spectral Steel would mean that I'd win the game if I just load up the Corsair. Feels bad if they've got removal. That could be... What removal is there for 2 mana though? I can't think of it. I think I just go for it here. Actually, hopefully, if they've got it, they do it now. No, they're going to make me go for it. Yeah, I'll just get in with all of them, I suppose. Oh man, I really want to know what their Foretold card was though. Wait, can I? Can I see? The battlefield. Turgid Shadow. Right, so that would have cost them 4 anyway. I suppose that lined up really poorly against the Dwarven reinforcements. Good to know that you can look at the Foretold card after the game's over. That was really going to bother me if I didn't find out what it was. Because I really wasn't sure if I was like playing incorrectly there and wasn't thinking about the right Foretold cards. Yeah, we have playable cards, this is fine. So, if I don't draw anything that I actually want to play on 3, I'd rather foretell the reinforcements. Since that presents 2/2 ones rather than a 2/3. Bounding Gold might change it, but I don't think we're likely to Bounding Gold something this early anyway, so I think I do just foretell the reinforcements. Yeah, they just pass. Is this going to allow us to do some nice, like... No, it's not. Might as well just do this. Feels kind of awkward, like, maybe I did want to play the Scorn Effigy there, because mana efficiency... Yeah, they got removal, okay. Okay. You want to concede? That's fine by me. Continue to pump the stats of this incredibly average deck. Let's do it. Probably just land screw. So we can play Cavalry, we can even play Enforcements, so I think this is fine. If I can get to Corsair, then I'm pretty happy as well. Doesn't really matter what land we play out, all it does is just give them information. Don't have to worry about any 2-drops that are 2 of one colour or something. Okay, so... Seems like just Cavalry here. Ooh, that's going to be a pain. No land, so we'll just foretell a reinforcements and swang. I think I really wished that our deck had an Axe Guard Armory, because then like I wouldn't have to run 16, I'd probably be happy with 17, one of which being an Axe Guard Armory, so our land slot's got some use to it. So Firewalker's gonna be a 4/3. So maybe I would like to get the Corsair out there, but maybe it's just a case of play reinforcements here so that we can double block. I think that's right. So I'm going to swing the Cavalry because I'm pretty happy with a trade. And I'm not going to be blocking with it because I'm going to be blocking with the Dwarven reinforcements anyway. Again, feels bad to not play the Corsair. And like, trading off these creatures kind of feels bad with the Ravager. If I knew that we were able to play it, if we already had land for it, then I'd kind of formulate around that. That's incredibly annoying. Okay, reassess. So now I'm not going to block, and I need to get a land so I can play this Ravager and kill the Koll, and then we can look at blocking. That ain't it, Chief. So I'll just go Corsair. Again, trades would be incredible for me, so I'll swing everything, I suppose. But yeah, this doesn't look good if I don't get a land. Even when I do, we're kind of fighting an uphill battle, but we'll see. So Radio they can grow anyway. Bad as well because they're getting nice card advantage. They shouldn't have played their land out this turn though. If they draw a land, they could have played it. It looked like it mattered anyway. Just equip Raider. Got our own Koll, but that doesn't matter. This is so bad. So maybe it's just, I think just Cole, play out the sword. Swing in the air, because I'm definitely not blocking the Corsair. And then everything else back just in case. I'm really not sure. I can see us winning this one, but I'm very worried that I'm going to have to block here, then I don't have the ability to kill with the Ravager. What is Ravager? Giant Wizard. So we need 2 dwarves, really, to be able to kill the Cole. I could double block Raider. That way they have to play it back out, which is really awkward with the Firewalker. I think this is fine. No, wait, no, they can just grow it. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot. So currently we're looking at 8, 9 damage. And then we've got like the whole problem of blocking, making it worse. Could double block the Firewalker anyway. They get it back to hand. Raider becomes a 5/5. But it's so hard to work this one out. I could do this and take 5. Maybe that's my best bet. I really don't know. Oh, that's cool. The Tormentor's Helm means that it's lifelink as well. That's pretty cool. I think if we were against a grindier deck, we might have been alright. With such a land-screwed hand. So now I can kill Cole. Could maybe live. So let's try this. Cole dies. No, it... Am I attacking? So this becomes a 6/6. So I need 6 to block it. Maybe I'm not attacking. Actually, they can make it even big. Yeah, I can't attack even. I think I'm going to lose a lot of my board here. And it's going to be super bad. So completely loading that up. Is this a run amok? Alright, if this is run amok, then good beat. Like, if they've got run amok, I think I'm just dead anyway. So I'm gonna play like they don't have it. Would have been nice to sword Ravager. I suppose I could have gone Cavalry plus Corsair instead of Ravager. Get that back to hand. Seize the Spores isn't too bad. Every time they're attacking, they're getting... they're doing 2 to me every time I block them, which is an issue. Okay, seize. So I need like a Bounding Gold. Steel. Steel can make sure that something gets back to me. So they can currently buff this twice, so it'd be an 8/8. So if I go Steel plus Sword, I can get both creatures back. So I think that's the play. So now we've got a block, plus we can get the creatures back. Problem with getting the creatures back is we don't have a lot of mana right now, but I mean, I think that's the only way to really play this, otherwise it'd be like play out reinforcements maybe. And then we're getting like resource exhausted. So we'll double block again. If they've got something, then we lose. Good bees. Beam bolt with coal. Okay, so we don't get anything back. And they just trade. And foretell a card. Oracle, I really need the life from. I could double foretell. Yeah, that might be the play. Gives me 2 life. If they've got the haste guy, I'm dead anyway, because they can just double equip the helm. So I think I have to gain the life back before they get something out to play. So I assume they've got something to kill me this turn. Valkyrie. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that would have killed me anyway. If I got blockers out, because they do 2 damage regardless. I have no way to gain any life, so GG. It happens, sometimes you get land screwed. I think I'm still happier with 16 lands. And making sure that we've got some more action. Maybe that's wrong, because we have had quite a few games where I really want to play the Angel equipment as the Angel and haven't been able to. I don't know. Yeah, seems fine. 2 playable cards plus Ravager. I'd like there to be a 2-drop, but I don't pay wizards enough money. Sword, I don't think there's any reason to play sword. Since our hand means that our next few turns are going to be locked up anyway, so we're not going to spend the mana on equipping sword regardless. So we'll keep it in the hopes, like, if we get land... actually, not in the hopes that we get land flooded. But if we do, then we've got a really good way to deal with that. Okay, 3rd land. Into champion. So green-black, probably just elves. Could be snow, since they've got the chasm. But again, that could just be elves for fixing. And Sentinel kind of goes into both. If you're in like 5-color snow, Sentinel's really good for fixing some of those random cards that you pick up in all the different colors. Baragoth. So it's a 2/3 death touch. So I can play the Ravager, but it doesn't do anything here. Other than block Baragoth. I think it's just play out champion so that the Ravager can at least kill something. Baragoth will be awkward because it's just 1, right? Oh no, it's 2. Okay. but still, that's going to be super awkward. I don't think I want to trade off both of my Goldmore champions for the Varagov since it's got Death Touch. That means that it can kill both because it just needs to assign them 1 damage. So I think I take it here, let them boast. Ah, that's so awkward. But otherwise I'm losing too many resources. And this puts it on top, so it's not card advantage, but obviously it's getting like their best card. So we could see like a Binding of the Old Gods or something, given their mana. Although next turn they actually have access to 6 mana, so it could be something better than that. So now I can kill a Sentinel. Could also hold up a Warhorn Blast. I think I'm okay just killing a Sentinel though. Because Ravager's got good blocks on the Varagov anyway, so I'll swing with both. Won't bother tapping down because we need all our mana. Ravager kills the Sentinel. Now I think these cause a stop anyway, even if they don't have something to cast. Otherwise, could be Snakeskin Veil. Village Rites, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good for them. Lots of card advantage. We need 1 more land. Yeah, 1 more land for Sword. Or Courser could do it as well. Ooh. Okay, that's not very nice. Yeah, I think we can lose 3 for a while. So that'll be what they searched up. So land means we can get our Angel. Warhorn Blast. Okay, so we can't blast and just like play Sword Equip or whatever. +2, so that's 4, 8, 12. No, wait. 16. No. God, what the fuck am I talking about? 6, 10, 14. So if I'm doing that, I can tap down one of their things. Which would probably be the Sentinel, so they can't chump. I think this is fine. I'm not sure we're going to get a better Warhorn Blast than this, so... Maybe it is the Varagov. It's this way we're forcing through like a lot. So that's tapped. Are we chumping? They do. In which case, Blast to do +4. It's probably still worth it because I really want to play the Angel next turn. That might have been wrong. But we do have Lethal on board. Might not even play the Angel next turn. Because they need removal or life gain. They can't play Lindworm. Because if they just play another blocker, then we just tap down 2 with Goldmore Champion, get in for 8. And then continue our streak of never playing the Angel part of Valkyrie Sword. Well, they've either gone AFK or they're searching through their deck for what can stop me here. I mean, removal will do it. How many times have they tutored? They left it up to block, so it's just the once, so they haven't already tutored up removal. The Foretold card could be a buff. I don't think it is, because then they could have killed... No, they didn't have mana up, so it could be the Mammoth Growth. They are swinging. Which says to me they gotta have removal. I can't think of any flash creatures in their colours. Yeah, I take 3. If they untap the Lantern, I'm golden. I'm fine. Shadow. Okay. Yeah, I think I just keep the Ravager. Applies the most pressure. And then I think it's just a case of play the Angel. Finally. It's probably gonna like insta-die to something. If they make a sack, if they use the Lantern twice, we can lose life. I'm not sure they've got too much direct damage other than the Lantern. GG like I win? You say GG, concede, please. Because I can't stand the suspense. I'll good game them, maybe that's what they're waiting for. Okay. Cool. Sick. Kind of feel like I fell arse backwards into that Warhorn Blast being in the right spot. Like, I was working on general principles of it being efficient, rather than, oh, actually, now this is lethal. Like, in the turn after, so... But yeah, this is an incredible run with such a mediocre deck. I don't think we've faced Snow yet, which might be able to present some problems, so... We've only got, I mean, it's one game left regardless, so... If we see Snow, it's here. Yeah, I can play Corsair, play Cole, this looks fine. So currently, even with the Corsair discount, we can't play Cole and the Sword in the same turn because we don't have 2 planes. Because this is a hand, with Cole, I'm much more likely to play Sword out without having the Angel value, but it's not looking like we're going to do that for a while anyway. Okay, now we could. Oh no, wait, I'm going to play Cole on turn 2 regardless, what am I saying? So yeah, we've still got some time to work out whether we're playing the Sword out before we can Angel. Vault Robber. So we're looking at Giants so far, it looks like. Don't see a lot of Vault Robber. It's Probably better in something like Giants. Not good in red-white because the stat block is very defensive. Yeah, Mistwalker is very good in Giants as well, so... Seems like that's what's going on. So... We currently have 5 mana in hand, which means we don't get the Angel. 1 more land means we do. I play the Valkyrie Sword out now and put it on the Corsair. Or I can just play a Craven Hulk and pass. I think it's just Craven Hulk and pass, to be honest. Like, I'm thinking of what can punish us. Crush the Weak would be really good into this board. But then, like, at least Craven Hulk sticks around. Oh, nice. Magda, okay. Not a land. Do have a Warhorn Blast. Attack, hold up, blast, and just see what happens. Got really good trades if we do that. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's do it. See if they got something. Could they have a counter spell? Yeah, they could have counter 4 or greater. So maybe I should have thought about that a bit more. Because now we're losing 2 things for free. That's to part of the realm. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of a 1-for-1 trade, plus we got an extra 2 damage, in a way. Like Warhorn Blast traded for the creature there. So attack with Magda, they get their treasure, that's really nice. And dwarves. So we're red-blue dwarves, okay. I like getting Mistwalker off the board, so I think I'm fine running in Craven Hulk. If they want to trade with both dwarves, that sounds good. I suppose it is a really good blocker, but again, we are very much on the offensive, so I think I'm fine just running that in. Yeah, they go for the double trade, that's fine by me at the moment. Their dwarves are worth quite a lot. And then we can just go Corsair and Story Seeker. Or, actually, Scorn Effigy's got better blocks, so I'm just going to play that, since it gets discounted by the Corsair. So again, we just need 1 more land and we can get the Angel. That'd be really good. Giant's Amulet. A problem, but it is on the floor. So it's not so bad. Ravager, Scarecrow, Pegasus, Dwarf Warrior, Giant Wizards, no synergies there. It can just kill Magda though. That's probably worth it, to be fair. Because otherwise they're getting like treasure every turn, and then they can start searching up equipment and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna Ravager here. Kill you. And then we'll swing in the air. This is seeming like a matchup where it's not worth playing out the sword to be able to equip it. I think I'm going to need all the value I can get. Like they've already got to the point where they're playing out stuff that's slowed me down enough that being on such an aggro plan isn't going to work. Now we're looking to outvalue them, which White-Red usually doesn't do, but they're looking like less value in their build. They got some nice like dwarf synergy and stuff. And our white-red build is a bit more value-oriented than a white-red would be usually. Mainly just because of these swords, to be honest. Provoke kills Cole. It's not too much of an issue. I was going to say a swing is really weird there. Haggy Mob. Yeah, maybe just for mana efficiency we run out the Haggy Mob. It's got good attacks. But yeah, we're kind of blanked at the moment. Vault Robber, really not doing a lot. So that's their whole hand. Which, if we get the land, this is looking really good. If we don't get the land, I'm starting to... their hand's gone. So now we know their only flying defense is a Mistwalker. Okay, that kind of solves my problem, because now I was thinking about running out the sword and just equipping, and then they're on a 3-turn clock. But now they're on a 3-turn clock just with Spectral Steel. So Spectral Steel we'll put on the Corsair. Get in with that and the Haggy Mob, I think. Then we can ping them, or, I don't know, ping something. Yeah, ping them, that sounds fine. And then just play out the Story Seeker. So the problem now is that they can put the amulet on the Mistwalker. It's exactly what they do. Drew a land, so they just played it out straight away. Land means I get to make my angel though. Valkyrie, I mean... So Valkyrie's sword equip means that they have to block. They lose their Mistwalker. And I don't lose... They can buff twice, so I don't lose my creature. Actually, they only have to block if I do that and then swing everything. And then they block like 1-3 on the 2-3, 2-2 on the 4-2, take 2. Block here, they lose all their creatures, I keep a Corsair and like a Story Seeker or something. That seems good. So like, that's good for applying pressure. What am I worried about if the game goes longer, if I get my angel... I think I do get the angel. Wait, is there a way I have lethal? If I spread out the damage, block, block, block... No. And then we're presenting lethal next turn. I'm really not sure what's the best play here. Whether it's make the angel or just equip. Okay, awesome. They didn't make us make the decision. Holy shit, I went 7 wins with this deck. Sometimes I feel like this was luck. Um, more than anything, I really didn't think this deck was that good, but I'll take it. Awesome.